Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match from Katowice 2020, the super early qualification stages. We've got PartinG versus SpeCial here on Eternal Empire, the Ladder Edition. Top right, it is the red Protoss player PartinG, and in the bottom left, it is the blue Terran player SpeCial. Alright, so two excellent players going at it for you today. This is a 2020 match played in the month of January, which is awesome. So let's see if PartinG can play this without some kind of a weird proxy. Again, he can. I believe wholeheartedly in his ability to do this straight up and not do anything crazy shenaniganry like, you know, a cannon rush. So he's checking for proxies, he's checking for shenanigans, and look at this. SpeCial throwing his barracks down here, so when the probe shows up, he'll be like, oh no! There's not a barracks inside the main base, and there's two gas, I gotta check for the proxy, but the probe's already doing that, so kind of feels like a bit of a waste of time for SpeCial to try to pull these mind games, but you know, it's fine. Doesn't hurt anything. If needs be, he can lift the barracks up into his main base and make it work that way. Yeah, I mean, this probe is checking for proxies really hard. Which is fine. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to check for proxies, because you should definitely be checking for proxies. But anyway, probe finally shows up, like 20 minutes later than it normally does. Reaper on the way from SpeCial. Reaper's name is the Kansas City Chiefs. After winning their Super Bowl victory in the year 2020, they were teleported to the Dominion, stuffed into a Reaper suit somehow. And the only way they can get back home is if they stay alive for this entire game. Basically, they're not getting back home. Anyway, I'm casting this after the Super Bowl. So if you, I mean, I don't know. Are there Super Bowl spoilers? Is there any way for someone to remain completely free of Super Bowl spoilers a day after it's happened? I don't think so. Anyway, the Chiefs won, so congratulations to them getting their first Super Bowl in a long time. I don't actually know, but Andy Reid's first Super Bowl for sure. Patrick Mahomes' first Super Bowl for sure. Great stuff. But there's already a Stalker out, so good luck accomplishing anything, Mr. Stalker, Mr. Reaper guy. Oh, you're almost dead. Is there another one on the way? There's another one on the way. So he wants this one to be defensive. PartinG is hiding a probe up here. Is it too late to throw down a proxy? I mean, robotics facility coming up back home. It probably is, right? I mean, yeah, the probe's going to try to get out, but I think the Reaper's going to kill it. Kansas, oh, this is so good. He wanted to come in and delay construction on this, but then there was a Reaper at home. I like this play from SpeCial. That's real nice. So it looks like we have a really nice solid macro PVT. This is for my friend Fatty. Fatty has his own Twitch stream. You can follow him. There's a link in the description. Really great dude. Plays Protoss most of the time. I forgive him for that anyway. But he said he was trying to find a really nice PVT on my channel and couldn't find one because everybody's proxying and doing shenanigans. So this counts. I think this counts as a straight up PVT. Yeah, I like the Widowmine placement here at the top of the ramp against these Stalkers. That's really nice, but PartinG sniffed it out. These Reapers are going to try to get inside the main base. Stalker sees them and does manage to chase them away quite nicely. So what is our tech of choice going to be here, PartinG? What are you working on? Obviously, Widowmine drop. What do we expect out of SpeCial? What do we expect out of Terrans at all these days? Meanwhile, the Reapers are alive. So, oh my gosh, wrong button. That is one of the things I get confused between Brood War and StarCraft 2 casting are the hotkeys for pull up the information on a unit. It's W in Brood War, and here you just highlight it. Anyway, Reapers, all right. I don't know if you're getting out of here, guys. So maybe get a probe kill or two and say goodbye to your friends and families. Good scout, though. He does come in and see the robotics bay, which, are you that surprised there's a robotics bay? You really shouldn't be. Because if PartinG wants to kill... Ooh, another probe down. These probes are paying for themselves, ladies and gentlemen. Not bad. 3 kills on that Reaper. 5 probes down to 2 Reapers. 6 probes down to 2 Reapers. Just walk it in like they own the joint. So rest in peace. 2019, 2020 Kansas City Chiefs. You will be remembered as Super Bowl champions. And for killing 6 probes along with another Reaper buddy. That kind of makes sense. They were a team, right? They found another Reaper to be a team with. Raven on the way out of SpeCial. La 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 la. Third CC coming up here too. And PartinG going to toss down his third CC right about now. Right about now. Yeah, yeah. Das is what I always say. Is it Cloak? Oh, for sure. We're going for Cloak Banshee too, because SpeCial, he just loves the Cloak Banshee with all of his heart. First Colossus in production now. Boop, from PartinG. Going to see those laser boys moving out and trying to kill as much of this bio as they can, because SpeCial is definitely pumping Marines here. Also a bit supply blocked. Ooh, SpeCial. There we go. He's unsupply blocked. He was supply blocked for like 4 seconds. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. So third base up from PartinG. Is really nothing too crazy here. Extended Thermal Lance coming on. He's going to go for some kind of an attack, or perhaps expect some kind of like an SCV bio-y sort of attack out of SpeCial, which can be pretty good. We've seen those. We've seen those in the past. Twilight Council coming up for the Protoss 2. Going for that charge upgrade. Again, Zealots don't have that 8 damage on hit anymore when they charge at you, but their basic move speed is incredibly fast, and in fact faster than Stimmed Marines. Which is a fact I repeat a lot just because I can't quite believe it. It's quite a speed upgrade. This port, no way. No way. These stalkers, how? Okay, they didn't know, because they would have started earlier if they know this was coming. But Marine Holdings unlock. A watchtower sacrifices himself for the greater good of the Dominion. He doesn't have a Warp Prism or a cannon over here in the natural base. This Cloak Banshee at 6.5 minutes is going to be a major problem for PartinG. He doesn't have any kind of static defense at all. So, alright. Prepare for the probe count to go down. PartinG is sort of kicking butt here. I mean, look at this. Warping in some stalkers, but do you have any detection up here? I don't think you do. I think there is a, there's an observer somewhere on the map, but it's definitely not here. Oh, wait, here it is. Where is it? Where? Oh, there it is. Man, so hard to see sometimes. So, yeah, Banshee gets 5 more kills. So that's what, 10 probes? That is 12 probes killed here in the first 7 minutes. It's a 58 to 54 worker advantage for SpeCial, and he has mules. So his income is definitely higher than the Protoss at this stage of the game. Trying to get another Cloak Banshee into the third base, but Stalkers are defending that one too. So it's buying him time, right? Gets his tank count up, gets his Colossus count up. What's the answer going to be for these Colossus? Generally, it's going to be Marauders. This is an age-old question. This dates back all the way to the Wings of Liberty. How do you handle Colossus as Terran? And the answer is, seriously, you just want to be doing Marauders. Like, Vikings can be really good. I'm not telling you never make Vikings. Depending on how many Stalkers your opponent has, Vikings can be incredible. But man, just Marauders stimming forward, just kind of stepping through the Protoss army and getting a couple good volleys down on a Colossus when you have about 10 of them. Like 10 of those Marauders and the Colossus dies instantly is a really great feeling for any Terran player. Fourth base on the way from PartinG. Loving that a lot. SpeCial have any sign of a fourth here? I don't know if he does, but he is going for Hyperflight Rotor. Who on the name? What? Who does that? Who goes Hyperflight? Apparently SpeCial does for all of his, 2 Banshees. He's got 4 Banshees now, Falcon. 4 Banshees, and he's taking a sneaky ninja fourth base in the bottom right. SpeCial has some really special tactics here today. See how it works out. I mean, I think PartinG has been expecting an attack for a little bit of time, so he's going to come down and say, what is up with you? Usually Terrans get 3 bases up, and they can't wait to smash me in the face. But you seem fairly contented to sit back and defend with a bajillion tanks. And another good answer to Colossus is a bajillion tanks. So we'll see if that works out. Another Xel'Naga Watchtower taken by the Protoss from the Terran. Got a hallucinating Phoenix checking and seeing, oh, he's meching. Ah. Dude, SpeCial's trying to mech here. Oh my gosh, the Banshees against the Colossus. And the Sentries and the High Templar. Oh my gosh, no! Oh, these are so good! These units are stupid good. Look how fast they are. They can even run away if they need to. The dancing by PartinG is really sad right now. Both Colossus go down. All the High Templar are killed. And SpeCial is in a fantastic position. Look at these Stalkers. They can't even really fight against 3 Banshees. Observer is chasing, and the Banshees can't do anything about that. So that's a little bit annoying. But let's get some probes while we can. Dance, dance, dance. Army supply is 100 to 57 for SpeCial right now. That's insane. What an advantage he has. PartinG is expanding at the 12 o'clock for a 5th base, though. So that's cool. SpeCial's Ninja is done. been a pretty passive game other than the harassment by SpeCial, honestly. Nobody's really mounted a major attack yet, and SpeCial's meching. He's going for Magfield Accelerator. All right, man. Drilling Claws here. I thought that tank count was a little suspiciously high, but SpeCial has now also taken his 5th base. So they're keeping a piece of each other in total base count, which is really nice to see. But yeah, it's 112 to 72 army supply. All the Colossus are gone, which I think is fine. The Colossus are going to be very good versus tanks anyway, and I think PartinG is cool with that. But he is getting a bunch of charge lots. He's getting his Stalkers, which aren't going to trade very well versus the tanks either. And just SpeCial's ability to keep these Hyperflight Rotor Banshees flying around and finding stuff to do is an incredible skill. It is not something that most players could do. All right, so we lost one. It's not super good. But really just pushing in to PartinG on the left side here. Trying to kill these Zealots with Blue Flame Hellions, and I think it's kind of working for you. Tanks set up in siege mode, and anytime the Protoss army attacks in, they're taking huge tank shots right in the face. I mean, honestly, setting the tanks up in range of the Nexus would be ideal. Maybe move some of these ones from the back on in, but I guess he's trying to busy dealing with these Banshees up here, one of which has 3 kills. That's pretty good. Is he just going to let, I guess Cyclones are in here. Is he going to let Hellions kill this Nexus? No? Great. So, Fatty, I don't know if this is considered a standard macro game. Just because SpeCial is doing what now? He's meching, and he's winning the game with it. Which is abjectly crazy pants. Oh my gosh, the probes, though. The probes, though. Only 8 probes go down, but the Nexus is dead, too. And suddenly PartinG is down to being a 3-basing Protoss against a 5-basing Terran. It doesn't seem ideal. Doesn't seem that great. Got small groups heading down here trying to accomplish things, but like planetary fortresses exist, man. And there is army to handle it too. I guess those are just scouting units. I don't know what else they're trying to do. I really don't know what else they'd be trying to accomplish here. Not with the planetary. Is high-sec auto tracking done? That's weird. SpeCial hasn't gotten for high-sec or hasn't gotten high-sec auto tracking yet. He is going for a fusion core, which could be battle cruiser, but with the number of stalkers available, I don't really see it happening. So tanks firing up, additional tanks coming in. PartinG says, I don't care. He's gonna crush your tank count. He's gonna get right on top of everything. And suddenly SpeCial's army supply is down quite a bit, but he still has a million tanks over here, so maybe be careful where you're heading off. Where is that Raven? He had a Raven, it's dead, but the Observer gets sniped off thanks to a scan. I mean, SpeCial's getting a 6th base at this stage. PartinG is replacing both of the bases that died, but he's still a 3-basing Protoss. He doesn't want to be there. But he's doing a pretty good job winning these engagements out in the middle of the map, which is kind of a huge deal. And the tanks being sieged in the middle of the map doesn't accomplish anything for SpeCial. They can't defend anything, and they're not attacking anything, and PartinG is too smart just to attack into them for no reason. You need to force him into an engagement with them either by splitting him up defensively or offensively, and PartinG replacing those bases is just real nice. So it is battle cruisers. SpeCial definitely going for the BCs. He's got Yamato under research here too. Hellions cruising up to this 4th, which is back, baby, but it is the site of a probe massacre of just a few minutes ago. And these Hellions remember. It is institutional memory here. And then the Hellions all die. And the probes go back to work. It's kind of race car mech with some tanks mixed in here from SpeCial. Yeah, these tanks in defensive positions are good tanks. The Archons are a good answer, though. They don't take bonus damage from anything here. The tanks do bonus damage versus armored, and the Hellions do bonus damage versus light. And the Cyclones do bonus damage versus armored. But the Archons are none of those things. And sure, the Archons do bonus damage versus biological, of which there is none here, unless we Hellbat these things real quick. Not that that's anything that SpeCial has done here yet, but yeah, so the Archon attack isn't great, but they can take a lot of damage from this army composition of SpeCials right now. Ooh, maybe trying to catch that War Prism, but it's got the speed upgrade for sure. So just going to Hellion on in, and, well, PartinG decides he's going to go for it. So he comes down the ramp on 2 sides. Handles the frontline tanks very easily. The second line tanks not doing super well either. Cyclones in the mix trying to defend as well they can, but the tank count is nothing. This planetary ends up dead. And there's generally a reason why players don't go Mech versus Protoss, and this is sort of it. But 18 probes have gone down, which is kind of a huge deal. PartinG's still down here to the south, but Yamato's getting big-time hits off on that Protoss army. War Prism taking hits here, and will go down, which is kind of a problem. Left side army coming in from PartinG. It's just generally a okay. Well, it's a charge lot army, but taking some hits. Little wounded. That's what they are. These Archons trying to take down this planetary fortress at the 12 o'clock or the 6 o'clock for special. And they do get chased away largely by these Cyclones. This is a bananas game. I don't think I've seen a Protoss versus Terran game like this in a while. So I don't think we're going to count this as standard. Fatty, you know, unless the Terran player that you're playing against goes Mech like this. I don't know, man. PvT is a volatile matchup. I really don't know what else to tell you right now. Resources lost 19,000 to 16,000. PartinG has lost more, but he's back up to his base count. He's still got 72 probes at 64 workers for special. The ninja base has remained
I'm in a heap of trouble.
entirely hidden down here. Yeah, man. Zealots are tanky. They're hard to kill. And for how fast they are, too. I mean, we would never, ever see this pre-patch. We would never see Zealots, even with legs, trying to chase down Hellions like that. And Cyclones? Nope. Not viable. Battlecruiser group says, let's go ahead and try to wipe out an entire mineral line. If you're okay with that, party. I'm going to force a recall, and then when you get back, I'll just go to this high ground. Yamato, oh, just jump out. Never mind. I think he probably could have gotten some more probe kills if he headed up north and then tactical jumped out, but it's cool. Keeping your stuff alive is the priority. Goodbye, Cyclone, and goodbye, Widowmine. I don't know where you're going. I don't know what your plan was there. PartinG's taking a 6th base up top in the left corner. And Eternal Empire's kind of a weird map that way for expansion patterns. This Widowmine right here has 2 kills. Been doing pretty well for itself pretty much this entire game. So Special had an advantage. It's pretty much gone now. He's down in workers. He's up in army a little bit, but in a straight up confrontation, this mass Archon Stalker play is pretty fantastic. Sitting here on 3-3 upgrades for his mech. The Protoss army's at 3-2. With the shield upgrade coming in here as well. Nice scan recognizing, and this base does get discovered. Woo! That Zealot body is gone. Goodbye. I don't think there's enough here to save it, so the SCVs retreat for their lives. Repairing this is a fool's errand, but the battle cruisers are back. Killing a couple robes and then getting the heck on out of there, but that's another base down for Special. He's been losing bases fairly consistently here, but look at the BC groups. He's got another one up here in the top left. He's making more BCs all the time. The probes keep dying. How many probes have died today? A bajillion? Either way, down south, PartinG trying to attack up a ramp into a Terran entrenchment. I generally tell people not to do this. PartinG thinks like it's his idea, though. This is what he's doing. My gosh, that Archon is 5 kills. The mass Stalker play here is pretty fantastic. Against the handful of tanks and the handful of battle cruisers, that BC goes down. These BCs jump on top of the army and try to get stuff done. Yamatos do not get off on that one. Did he just blink dodge a Yamato? PartinG, you crazy person. I think he blink dodged a Yamato there. Okay, that's insanity. It's 33 army supply for PartinG though. That's not very good. Dude, can Special hold on? This is insane. More Stalkers coming in. Stalkers are such a great answer to battle cruisers, though. Yeah, the BCs cannot stand in against +3 attack Stalkers under any circumstances at all. Bam, bam, battle cruisers down. Special down to 42 army supply, and PartinG is your winner in 19 minutes and 26 seconds. What an incredible game. That was tons of fun. Special goes Mech. It gets a huge lead. Like a really big lead in army supply and economy and base count, but then he's doing weird stuff, and PartinG's like, whatever, man. I'm going to make 100 Archons that you're not going to be able to kill. A bunch of Stalkers on the follow-up. And then there's a bunch of zealots to absorb stuff, you know, because like they do. And yeah, end of the day, he loses 67 probes and 2 nexuses, but he doesn't even care. He's got 66 workers at the end. He's killed 39 SCVs himself. The SpeCial is behind on SCV count at the end of the game. I mean, departing, just macro god, replacing his stuff. 8 battle cruisers died. I mean, they did good stuff on the harassment, but in a straight-up engagement, they just weren't going to be enough at the end of time there. And resources lost are pretty even. PartinG actually lost more, but he was just able to macro harder, have more stuff to throw away. And sometimes that's what it comes into in StarCraft. Is sometimes just having more stuff. Wow. Amazing. Incredible. All right. Well, you know what? That's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.